Let's get to Meg Terrell. She's got more on the new report from the FDA that we're hearing about right now, these headlines that are coming through. Meg, what can you tell us?
Well, good morning, Becky. So these are all of the documents that the outside advisors to the FDA are going to be looking at and discussing on their meeting Thursday. This contains a lot more data than we got to see in the initial top-line results of the clinical trials. And it also includes how the FDA is looking at this vaccine and what it wants this committee to discuss. So from the executive summary on the top line, of course, we know the 95% efficacy for the vaccine. In terms of safety, they note that safety data from these approximately 38,000 participants who were 16 years or older with 2 months follow-up after the second dose suggest a favorable safety profile with no specific safety concerns identified that would preclude issuance of an emergency use authorization. So that's important just to know further about the kind of safety that they saw in the trials. And they do detail the rates of sort of reactogenicity, the fatigue, the injection site reactions, the muscle pain that you feel after you get these shots. And guys, this isn't going to be easy for everybody, particularly after the second dose. There can be strong side effects. 84% here, they say, got injection site reactions. That's not surprising. It's a shot. 63% felt fatigue, 55% headache, 38% muscle pain. Now, the questions that they want this committee to vote on specifically are, they're not shocking, based on the totality of scientific evidence available, is it reasonable to believe that the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine may be effective in preventing COVID-19 in individuals 16 years of age or older? And the known and potential benefits of this vaccine outweigh its known and potential risks for use in individuals 16 years of age or older. Now, we're also looking through the rest of the document to see more information about efficacy. And there's some suggestion here that there is protection after the first dose. I am digging through these numbers now, but this will be important because, you know, in the real world, people are not going to be perfect about coming back exactly on day 21 for their second dose. Getting some understanding of how much protection you get after the first shot, and then also what kind of variability there can be in terms of the exact timing of the second shot. All of that will be important and discussed on Thursday. Guys, I'm going to continue to dig through these. You're seeing Pfizer shares up just fractionally on this. We could also look at BioNTech and Moderna, of course, this morning. I'm going to send it back over to you and raise my hand with anything else I find here.
Hey, Meg, one of the questions, of course, has long been about whether children will ultimately take this vaccine or need to take this vaccine. When people talk about, you know, the second quarter of 2021, the country being, inoculated, or at least, have access to this vaccine. Given that this seems to appear that it's 16 and above, what does it portend for those 16 and below? Do you imagine that children will ultimately need to take this vaccine?
Well, we have heard from pediatricians that they do think that kids could benefit from getting the vaccine. It could facilitate going back to school more safely. There is some debate. Some folks say, you know, kids typically don't get the disease, don't get as sick, but we have seen millions, more than 1 million kids get COVID-19. And so both Pfizer and Moderna are expanding their trials down to age 12. Pfizer already began that, and Moderna says it plans to start that soon. So at least down to age 12, Moderna's CEO told us to facilitate middle schoolers and high schoolers being able to go back to school in the fall if all goes well with those trials and getting those data. In terms of younger than that, we haven't heard the plans for when these companies will test the vaccine in kids under 12.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.